Hey, 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 everybody. I don't think anybody's here yet, so I'm a little excited. I get to play with the little pigs today, and I have other things to show. So I think that number one right there is Meadow. Hello, Meadow. Even though you're sitting right next to me. You know what? We should make, try to do like a Zoom thing for both of us where we're side by side like Elizabeth and Jay do, and but they can see you coloring and I can color and then we can color the same thing.
Yeah.
I think that would be
That
cool.
would be fun.
I think that would be super cool. Like super, super cool. I would love it. So, hello. We're just waiting for more people to say hi. Hey, Vicky. Oh my gosh, I'm excited to see your name. I don't see you, but I see your name. Hello, hello. How is everything with the babies? All the grandbabies. Because you have plethora right now. So that must be super nice. They are cute. You need to send me new pictures. So we're just waiting for a couple of people. This is really bright right now, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this down just a little bit because it's like really shining back at me. So, but it's a really yucky day out here today. So we have like all, and I mean all the lights on because it's so just lit out today. But I'm going to be coloring, yeah, rub it in, Vicky. I love you too, honey. I love you so much. And I know you're rubbing it in on purpose. To live in Florida. You just need to get rid of the hurricanes for me. I'm over the hurricanes. So these, I don't know if you'll be able to see them better when we start to color them.
She said who, me?
Yes, you. So the little pigs, we're calling them the party pigs because these are going to be exclusive for the upcoming North Carolina crafting retreat party camp. And you'll only be able to get them through the camp. They'll be exclusive for anywhere from 6 months to a year. We haven't decided. But here's one that I haven't finished these ones, but here are these ones. They're super cute. And then I did my these were my second no line. But I've been watching Meadow so I can learn how to do no line. Hey, Megan. You know what? I'm really sorry, you guys, but this looks really fuzzy, so I'm gonna do the whole zoomy thing. So hang on a sec. Hopefully nobody gets sick on me. There we go. That's better. I don't know if it was blurry for y'all, but it looked like pooty poop to me. So, but yeah, that's my second no line that I did. So this is what we're going to color today. But I wanted to show you the rest of the stuff for the retreat. So, because this stuff is cute. I love it. So we've got the little party pigs. I'm trying to make it to where it's not shiny in the package. I know that's kind of hard when I've got every light on in the house. Hey, Vicky. Second Vic. I've got two Vickies now. Vicky D. Welcome. I'm glad you finally showed up to see us. We see you all the time on social media. So this is the second stamp set that's going to come with the party camp. This is called Party Animals, and it's just a lot of fun little balloon animals. We have a giraffe, a monkey, a dragonfly, unicorn, an elephant, a swan, a frog, a poodle, and a bunny. Of course, we have to have a bunny since we have rabbits. So this says, let's see, the sentiments are party like an animal, birthdays blow, and have a poppin' good day. Of course, they're going to be sassy. So, I didn't read the sentiments from the party pigs, but it's don't count the candles, just enjoy the glow. Don't, Meadow put this one in because she says this all the time. This is Meadow's little thing. Don't stop, party till you drop. And you're my favorite reason to party. And then we've got little party time Meadow. And her sentiments are, may all your birthday wishes come true. Sorry I'm late. Hope it was great. Hope your day is filled with extra icing and eat cake and be happy. And she's got a little plate so that you can put her, the way her hand is, you can put the plate on her hand. And then you can have like either a cake, a present, or a milkshake. And then this is just, we're in the camp, we're going to be making a perpetual calendar for your desk. And so when I've had these calendars before, I always run out of pages. Like I'm always running out. It drives me insane. And it's because I want to decorate them. They might be perpetual, but I want to decorate it. So I made a thing of lines. You've got all your months. You can put your birth, is it a birthday? Is it an anniversary? What are we celebrating here? You have the tiny numbers, which are super tiny, but I made them so that you can put them like right next to the lines. And then the larger numbers, I made them to where if you don't want it to be perpetual, you can put the year next to it. So you can have a regular calendar or a perpetual one, whatever you want to do. But I thought it would also be fun, like if you're making a card with one of the other stamp sets, you can use these like, oh, it's your fourth birthday, it's your first birthday, whatever you wanted to do. There's so many things you can do with numbers. And then the lines too, if you do scrapbooking, you can use these for like journaling lines. So another thing that comes with it is this. This is called Party Polka Dots. This is one of our new stencils. So everybody who's registers will get some Party Polka Dot stencils. And this is the paper. I love this paper. It took me, God, how long did it take me to make this paper? Like 3 or 4 days, I think, because I just was not satisfied with some of the things that I was doing. But here's the paper. So you've got the little chevrons. Thank you, Megan. And more chevrons and little stars. And the stars, I don't know if you can tell, but the stars have like little stitching on the edges. And then polka dots. You guys know I'm going to have polka dots. And little flowers, pink and green. Now we do have 2 things of flowers. And the story behind that is I couldn't decide which ones I liked better. So we have this pink design. We have some numbers, more polka dots. And here's the other flowers. I couldn't decide between pink and green or pink and blue. I just couldn't do it. So polka dots, some stripes. And then I don't know what this, if anybody knows what this design is called, I would love to know. I just picked it because I liked it. So, and there we go back to the beginning again. But this paper pad is called Party Power. Again, the stencil, the paper, the stamp sets, you won't be able to get those unless you join in the fun of what is Party Camp. And I actually need the piggy pigs, the party pigs for what we're doing today. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out. And we are going to stamp these little pigs. Now, there's a little bow on here, and you're probably wondering, well, the present already has a bow. I put the bow on there so you could make these into little girl pigs. So, like, you could put a bow right here or a bow on their little head or whatever. But I was like, if you want boy pigs or girl pigs, there you go. You can do both by putting a little bow in his hair. or her hair. So I'm going to stamp I love brand new stamps. Love them, love them, love them. They're like all sticky, ready to go. And they really stick. Thank you. Let's see. So I'm going to put those on there really fast. Let's get those inked up. I'm going to use just some black Memento ink. But the reason I wanted to show you guys, because normally I have my stuff already done. I'm not like stamping it out or nothing. But these ones have not been conditioned. They haven't been anything. So I wanted to show you how nice they stamp, because I love them. Okay, here we go. First time down. Just going to give that a little rub. Now, don't do me wrong, stamps. So I just didn't, you guys saw I only rubbed right here, so I didn't rub where his feet were. That's my fault. So I'm just going to push that back down and get his feet. You know what? Where's the little, I love this thing. I love my air hockey puck. That way I get all of it. And it doesn't hurt my hands. There we go. Meadow, cleaning service, please. That's the nice thing about having Meadow here with me. Anything I stamp, I hand to her, she cleans it off. It's fantastic. So, going to put this to the side, but don't these, look, don't those stamp great? I don't have any like little, I don't know about you guys, but some stamps I get, I have to condition them first, or they have like little, like they were put and stamped in water. And these ones don't have that. I love it. The last company that we used, they, that would happen and it drove me bonkers. Okay, can you all see that okay, or do I need to get closer? Tell me if you want me to get closer, because I will. So I'm going to be using, and I'll put all of this below, but I'm going to be using R20, R21, R20, R12, R00, R000, and then for their little feet, I'm going to use E41 and E43. So, and I'm just going to put this right here so I can remember what in the world I actually did. Because have you ever colored something, but then you wait for a long time, you don't even remember what you did? That is me completely. So I'm going to start with R20. A tad closer. Okay. Hopefully, let's see, I go the right direction. Here we go. It's going to be a little crazy for a second because I'm going to clear this up. I tried to look for a camera that would just automatically, focus, but sadly I have a very expensive camera that doesn't do that. Isn't that just fantastic? So I'm going to start with R20. And you know what? I haven't colored this little dude yet, and I like him with his little wand. So I'm going to start with him.
She said great things.
You're welcome. I'm happy to get closer because, what might be close to me might not be close to somebody else. And I'm just going to get over his little nose. But I love these pigs. They are so cute. Oh, you know what we should have put in the stamp set for this little one? We should have made a little tutu. He'd be cute with a tutu. So I'm going to put a little shadow right here over his shoulder. Just go right here. And I'm going to get a little under his nose. And I'm just going to go, I'm not going right up to the line, but I am going to go I'm gonna make just a little like shadow line. Right now I'm getting where I want all my shadows to be. There we go. So how is everybody's Christmas going so far? We actually we have the decorations up, so I think we're getting somewhere, but we've been trying for what, a week to make no, probably 4 days. 4 days to make peanut brittle meadow.
Yeah.
And well, we haven't gotten it done yet. we keep we keep we keep working on our the new website. We have a new website. Where are we located? We are in North Carolina. Where are you at, Vicky? So here we go. Get his other little leg. He's going to have a little bit extra shadow on there. And then we're going to get his wee little ears. Remember, Meadow, you wanted a little pot-bellied pig for so long.
She said terrible Ohio.
What?
What's wrong with Ohio?
I think, yeah, what's wrong with Ohio? I don't think I've ever heard somebody say terrible Ohio.
She said I have a family in South Carolina.
Oh, nice. I love South Carolina. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the shadow on the rest of the pigs. You guys know me. I tend to just, if I'm doing X multiples, I just kind of go with one marker and get it done. I don't know why, but my brain starts to freak out if I'm just doing one at a time when I could have got all of them done.
She said not pretty and cold. Grew up in Florida.
Oh, yeah. If I grew up in someplace like Florida, I'd be like, what? No. That would not be for me. I can tell you that. I told my husband, because we used to, so I'm basically from South Carolina. You know, I was born in California, but I was a military brat. And then even after my mom and my dad got a divorce, my mom still moved everywhere. She was kind of nomadic like that. But the place I stayed the longest and the place I loved the best was South Carolina. And so I just claimed that as home because my dad always told me, you know, what felt like home the best to you, and that was South Carolina. But I met my husband in Washington State, and it used to rain all the time. I mean, there was one year I told him, I said, if we're, you know, if we don't have at least 2 weeks of sun, I'm moving back to South Carolina with or without you. Do you know that year we had exactly 2 weeks of sun? Exactly 2 weeks of sun. I was so mad. So then we moved to California, and that was a different planet. So we went ahead and he got a job here in North Carolina, and I was like, well, that's close enough. You know, at least I'm back in the Carolinas, and it's still considered, you know, the South. And then he was offered a job. I don't remember, where was that, Virginia or something? I don't remember where it was, but it was up north. And I was like, nope, this is about as far north as I will go. This is about as cold as I will go. So, no, no, not going to happen. Okay, so we are in our last little piggy for the shadows. Meadow, what are you coloring? I can see you coloring something over there. Oh, Meadow coloring pigs too. Before everybody came on, Meadow's my daughter. She's sitting here at the at the other end of the desk with me. So, but she's coloring as well. But we were actually talking about setting her up on a camera and then doing a live where her and I are both coloring at the same time because we thought that would be fun. So if you hear me talking to somebody else, it's probably Meadow or myself. So we have, whoops, I forgot his nose. There we go. Actually, I forgot to do the inside of all their little noses. There. So now I'm going to go ahead and move. I guess I pulled that out a little bit more. Oh, well. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to R12. And I'm still just kind of staying away from the edge because I'm going to save that for my lightest color. So what made you move from Florida to Ohio, where it's all cold? I'm assuming it's either marriage or a job, but I could be wrong. Ah, you got to talk louder, Meadow. I can barely hear you, girl. Parents is a good reason. There we go. I also like just going around and doing the outline of, or where the shadows would be first. It just seems to go by faster when you're doing it that way. But maybe that's just me. I'm not sure.
The Crafty Visage says hello.
Hello. Oh, I'm glad you were able to catch us too. Last time I think we missed you, didn't we? Let's see.
Piggy says they moved us up north my junior year in high school.
Oh, so you've been up there for a while. Do you get to go back to Florida and thaw out every once in a while? That would be nice. That's where Vicky C is. Vicky C is in Florida.
She's the Crafty Visage says it's me, Dawn. Yes, I missed last week.
I think everybody, because we just we didn't really advertise too much that we were coming on, kind of like today, because we get busy and then we forget. I kind of have the memory of a the whole thing of if a child's food drops on the floor, it's like the 5-second rule. That's kind of my memory unless I have a Post-it note. You can ask Meadow. I use her for her memory a lot.
So Vicky D said Sarasota, and then Dawn said I watched the week before. Sorry, I watched the week before, and we talked about the critters. LOL, it was so fun.
I always have a lot of fun talking to everybody. And I think my rabbit was biting me or biting my clothes. She does that when she wants attention. So that was R12. Now we're going to use R00. And I'm just going to use this to pull out a little bit of the R12.
Vicky D said I love Post-its, although I use way too many defeats the purpose. LOL.
Girl, if I didn't have Post-its, I don't even know where I would be. I need to take out stock in Post-its, I'm telling you. Post-its are amazing, especially in crafting because you can use them for masking. But it doesn't really help when you're using them for your memory and then, the note you wrote, you use it for masking. So don't do that. I've been there, done that. Don't do it. I love these pigs so much. Hey, Vicky C, how is your daughter doing? Did they get their house? Now that I think about it, are they back in their house or how are they doing? Let's see. I need to make more of these pigs. I'm loving these pigs. Ooh, we should do baker pigs.
Vicky C said, yep, all is good.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad they're doing okay and they're back in their house. That would be so scary. That's why I don't do hurricanes anymore. Thanks, but no thanks.
Dawn said, yes, we had a potbelly pig named Barbecue. Love pigs.
I love that you named your pig Barbecue. I think when we very first moved in, I don't remember if I told you this. If I did, I'm really sorry if I'm repeating myself. But the neighbor has chickens and they don't name their chickens. And Meadow was naming them when we first moved in. She named one like Colonel Sanders. And then she's like, "What should we name this one?" I said, "Name it Dinner." She was like, "Oh, Mama." So now I'm using our 000 just to kind of smooth out the lines and get the little white bits that I didn't do before. See, Dawn agrees with me. Naming it Dinner would be hysterical.
She said, we used to have chickens too. I miss them. We named ours too.
Well, I know that our neighbors actually eat their chickens. They call them harvesting their chickens, which is just bleh, nope. I couldn't have an animal and then eat it. I'm gonna put it out there. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would have to trade something with a farmer if it came down to that because I couldn't do it. But I do know that they eat theirs. They do come over and give us eggs every now and then. And they used to have ducks too, but the neighbor's dog ate all the ducks one night when it got loose. Which is nice because they were a bit of a nuisance. They ate all of Meadow's fish that were in our pond. It was like their own personal little sushi bar.
Vicky D said, Cristena, do you have go-to Copic blends or just wing it? And Dawn said, we got a turkey one Thanksgiving from a farmer.
Go-to colors. The only reason I know these colors is because I did this one before, and Meadow is actually, she was using R20. Let me see your pigs. Or wait, here's some pigs. Here's some of Meadow's pigs. So she was using the darker bits are R22. Because I couldn't remember what I used on mine a while ago. So I just used her colors. But for the most part, we just wing it And we decide, we just kind of go on the side just like this and just decide which ones we like the best together and what is going to, get the look that we want it to be. Like I just did, where? Here it is. Because like I just did this card and I wanted her to have kind of dark hair, but I'd never really gone that dark before. I think I normally go like this color. So I just threw some dark, like that's just like E49 in there and just went really dark on that.
She said how adorable.
Thank you. I need to hide that though. That's my husband's Valentine's Day card. That first one. So I think I got just about everything here. And then we can move on to the feet. Oh wait, no, I didn't do R21. Here we go. I was wondering why it looked lighter than what I had on there. So I'm going to go ahead and just get some of the shadowed areas for contrast. Let's see, what other ideas can you give about picking colors, Meadow? How do you pick colors? And speak loud so everybody can hear you. For those who can't see her, she's looking at me like a deer in headlights right now.
Vicky D said R21 looks great.
Thank you.
I don't know, I pick ones that look pretty.
You got to say that loud or just put it in the chat, girl. I don't think everybody heard you. Can you guys hear her when she talks? There we go. And I'm pretty much just going over this where I had the R20 at.
Vicky C says have to run heading out with Mason to shop.
Oh, fun. You guys have a good time. Thanks for joining us.
Megan said, I feel like Meadow LOL. I feel like I need to sit down and make a list.
Well, Meadow has the Blendables book, of course. So she puts, well, if she remembers, she puts her colors in there. But most of the time we're looking at stuff going, what did we do? What color was that?
Vicky C says we'll talk soon.
Yes, we will. Text me. Here we go. And I'm trying to be really light-handed so I can get these thin little lines, but it's kind of hard for me sometimes.
Vicky D wants to know what book.
The Blendables book. I don't know if it'll fit on screen. Meadow, give me yours because I always forget that I have mine. So here's Meadow's. She's actually colored in the cover of it. But this is a book that Meadow and I made. So it has how to use the book. You can keep track of your colors in it. And it says keeping track of colors. And it's got all the colors in here. And then it has some of my favorite blends. And then it has a lot of my favorite okay, there's a lot of my favorite blends in here. Here we go. And then here's Meadow's favorite blends. And then she, there's a stamp set that you can get to go with it if you want. And that's what she's used here to do the blends. And she just has all kinds of different little things in here. And you can see these are the ones that she's filled in later that she's found that she likes. Matter of fact, isn't this what you used for pigs before, Meadow? This one?
I think so, yeah.
And then apparently she felt that only part of it needed to be colored. Poor little butterflies. And then she's got a little, but yeah, and then let's see, there's a little sleeve back here. And here's I don't know what this is, but here's the little stamp set. There's like different little things that you can use to color it in. And that's how she keeps track of all of her stuff, because I forget that I have mine. So there you go, kiddo. But that's, I think, available on our website right now. I'm not sure. Which you guys should go over to our website and then let me know what you think of it, because we just moved our website over to a new platform, one that we think will be better for everybody, including us. So we moved it over to Shopify. I feel like a big kid now. So I am absolutely loving Shopify. We're still doing stuff to it, but I'm happy about it. Let's see, get his little nose.
Mom says, oh, I'll have to go check it out.
Please do, and let me know what you think. Because I know a lot of stamp companies have Shopify, but they're all kind of set up differently. So I just kind of set it up to where it was pleasing to me, but it might not be pleasing to other people. Oh, I forgot his little tail. I love their curly little tails. I like going on like Instagram and stuff like that, where they have like all the little reels of all the little potbelly pigs. And I'm kind of weird because I like to watch them. I like to watch their little, like a lot of them are going down the what do you call it? Down the hallway. And they just like, their little tails are just going crazy. I think it's so funny.
Vicky D said, Christina, I'm curious, what social media did you see me chat? Question mark.
I think it was Facebook. I see you comment on there. Here we go. I'm not sure which like group or whatever, because I'm in a lot of different groups. But I'm pretty sure it was Facebook. Because I know your profile picture and I know your name. I don't think we've actually like chatted, but there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that out a little bit with 20. R20, just a little.
She said, okay, it was just at Brutus Monroe 10-year party.
Oh, okay. I didn't do that. I didn't know anything about it.
Dawn said, I hardly use Facebook anymore. I only post a few groups there.
Yeah, that's all I do. I got kind of annoyed, to be quite honest, and I'm sorry. But so Messenger, I had a lot of people that would talk to me on Messenger, but then Messenger started doing, oh, encryption this and encryption that, and then all of a sudden I would do everything that it said, but then it would delete my messages. It was just so annoying. So I was like, forget it. So I just go on there and I post to groups and I like other people's stuff because I like to encourage people, you know, let them know that people are seeing their stuff and how pretty it is. That's about it. I love how these are turning out. Little party piggies.
So Vicky D said, "Oh, my profile pic is from 12 years ago with my son who passed in 2014." Dawn said, "Yes, I miss lots of messages on Facebook Messenger, so I told people to message me on IG."
Yeah, I totally get messaging on IG. I was like, message me on IG or just text me. It's so much easier. It's just a hassle now. It's so sad. And Vicky, I'm really sorry to hear about that would be horror. That would just be so hard. I just can't even imagine. If I lost Meadow, oh my gosh. There we go. Looking cute. I'm liking these. But I usually, where I get stuck a lot? I get stuck on like, okay, now what color do I do the presents? What color do I do the balloons? I get so stuck.
Vicky D says, "So glad to have crafty friends in chats."
Now, when you say chats, do you mean Messenger or is it something like Facebook Messenger or is it something else? Or is it like Facebook groups? There we go, finishing up his little face.
YouTube live chat.
Oh, gotcha. There we go. So I don't really like how he came out, but I'm going to let him dry for a second and then I'll go back to him. So I'm going to do their little feet and I'm going to use E43 and E41. And I'm just going to go do a little bit of a shadow, not much. Because their little feet are really tiny and their little hands are too. There we go. Actually, you know what? I think I want to do his little, might as well do it now because I think I want to do his little handkerchief little thing, little bibby thing. There we go. And then I'm going to use, oh gosh, so sorry. And is it pod? Yep, pod poppers. I'm so sorry to hear you lost your son too. That is not That's not a good thing ever for any parent. I don't wish that upon anyone. So there's their feet. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with, let's see, what do I got here? See, now you guys are getting an example of what I do. It's like, do I want, let's check these out. This is Y38. And Meadow, you've been using up all the colors.
Which one is it?
Y18.
I haven't used that one.
So here's Y17. Oh, nope. But I do like that better than the Y38. Okay, let's see. Y38 or Y17. Do you have Y15, Meadow, or something? All my Ys are Meadow's stealing all the markers, everybody.
Dawn said, Christina, did you draw this set?
This is a set that was I purchased part of it from a different artist, and then I added other different elements like the balloons and the package and the little cake and stuff. So they drew the pigs and I did the other stuff.
And then Megan said, haha, same. I pull from pattern paper if I'm using or what my background colors are. Most of the time it is pretty and doesn't end up looking right.
See, I try to do the whole look at the pattern paper thing first to try to match colors, but I epically fail every single time. Because I'm like about halfway through, because I'm the type I let the image inspire me of the colors that I like. Girl, don't you steal my mark. No, go away. No, go away. Just go away. Don't go away mad. Just go away. But by the time I'm done coloring the image, I end up not liking the pattern paper. So then I have to find new pattern paper. It's kind of like making your lunch in the morning, and then by the afternoon, you don't want that anymore, so you go and you pay for your lunch anyway. Let's see. Now what color do I want to use? Meadow, will you put... Never mind. I'll put it away.
Vicky D says, if I pull paper out, I've fallen down a rabbit hole, and Megan said yes.
So, let's see. What color do I want? I don't think I want to do pink because the piggies are already kind of pink, and it might just be a little bit too much pink. So, you know what? I will. I'll go ahead and I'll just bite the bullet, see if I can do it. So, let's see. What paper? Let's see. See, I can't do it. I have such a hard time. I'm like, okay, now that I'm looking at the paper, I don't know if I want to use this color or that color. It's too hard. So, but I am going to just go blue and orange. I'll kind of try to get close to these two. So I'm going to do a blue present. Yes, the star papers with the wand would be super cute. And luckily, all the stars are on the same paper, so let's see. Oh. What colors do I want to use? So blue, Meadow. Girl, I'm going to
You have blues in here.
give me my markers. Look at, these are all the markers that she's over there hoarding. Look at that. Just hoarding it all, not sharing. Okay, so I'm going to go with BG15, BG23, and BG11. I don't think they're going to be, let's see. Let me see. Oh, that's close. But I think this is going to be more turquoise than blue. Yep, it is. Oh, yeah, that's too turquoise. So we're going to have to switch it to just regular bees, which those three are my absolute favorites. If you look at a lot of my stuff, they're mostly those colors. Let's see. Let's try these.
Vicky said, "Yay, too."
Yep, I think these are going to match the paper a little bit better.
Vicky just asked, "What are they?"
What are what? What?
I don't know.
The teals were, if that's what you're asking about, was BG23, BG15, and BG11. And sometimes I throw some 10 in there. Oh, wait, you know what? There's also, I think this is going to be a little bit too gray. But let's try this one. Meadow, you want to type those in for her, please?
Which one was it?
The ones I always use.
BG.
Oh, wait, now those ones match. Oh, great. Day in America.
BG 10, 11, 15, 23.
Not 10, just 11, 15, and 23.
Okay.
She's supposed to be on top of it. So sorry. Fired! Like I could ever fire her. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with... Gosh, it's so hard. How do y'all do this with paper? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to take out BG5 and BG02. They're just so dark. They're super dark. I'm going to go with 12. So, let's see. I'm going to start with B12. Now all I can think of is Elizabeth saying it sounds like she's playing bingo. I totally feel for her now. And I'll always have that in my head.
Megan said trial and error, LOL.
Pretty much, I guess so, because this, I couldn't do this all the time. There we go. And then hopefully this will work out. I'm going to use B01. I think this is a little bit bolder, but that's okay because the gray behind it it'll make it a little bit darker, and that's fine.
Vicky is asking, have you tried olos?
No. And the reason for that is I have spent so much money and such a huge investment on my Copics that I really don't want to go to another marker. And I also don't like the way a lot of friends have told me they have problems with the marker throwing up ink. And they also I don't like refill system because the refill system isn't really truly a refill because all you're doing is buying a new marker and sticking the nib in, your old nib. As to where Copics, it's an actual refill that you're refilling the marker. So I like that less goes in the landfill because it takes so long to use a Copic refill.
She said agree in all caps.
So I've tried the what is it? Hoo-hoos? The hoo markers. But they're good, but I don't like the brush nib. It's kind of a little bit shorter and a little bit stiffer. And I like something that's more like a brush. So I think it's just personal preference of what you like or what you don't like. Jana, don't do that. You're gonna make me pee my pants. You scared me.
Here's your markers.
So let's see, we're gonna use some 16.
Megan said, I agree on the name. Vicky said, I have all the Copics, I just don't like that there are not replacements for cracked caps.
Yeah, that does stink. I've heard though, because I do have older markers. I mean, my markers, I started, good Lord, how old are you, Matt? I started, so 10 years ago is when I started buying my Copics. So I have the older ones before the grandkids took over the company. I have a few of the new ones, and they don't feel quite as nice on the lids. It almost feels like the plastic is thinner or something. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like. But I do have the older markers, and I like them a bit better. But I have heard if you write in or you contact Copic, they will actually send you a new marker. I'm not sure about that. That's just what I've heard. So don't go quoting me or anything. So I'm going to use. Oh, nice. That's awesome. That is awesome that they replaced them. That makes me happy to hear. Kind of a pain in the booty for everybody involved, but I'm happy that they actually did something about it. So now I'm using YR15. And don't worry, if you miss the colors, I will be putting them in the description when we're all done.
Megan says, I determined it was easier to color hair with Copic, but all my newer Copic dried out in 15 months.
You gotta talk a little louder, honey. I'm having to strain myself to hear you.
Megan said, I determined it is easier to color hair with Copic, but all my newer Copics dried out in 15 months, and I had to not use them. They were in storage. The older ones that were my mom's are fine.
Yep, the older ones. And that's what I get a lot of people saying. You know, I've had one gal tell me she was jealous because I had the older ones. I was like, I'm sorry. Let's see. I think I'm going to do one of his balloons in orange too. Let me see.
And Janice says mine are old. How long have Copics been around?
Oh, Lord have mercy. They've been around for a very long time.
Vicky's asking, what are considered older ones?
Probably
before 2020.
Yeah, before 2020. I think they got, I want to say like 2015, 2016. I would have to look it up. It's when the grandkids took the company over. That's when they redid the refill bottles and all that business. So I think I'm going to want to go a little bit lighter on this orange, especially with this. Let's see. I'm going to pick a different one. I don't like that one, Meadow. What markers are you hoarding now?
I don't have any.
Let me see this one. Yeah, I think I might like this one better.
Oh, wow, Janice.
Nope, this is just as dark. Oh my gosh.
Janice says I've had mine since 2006-ish.
What? Great day in America. Yours are old. Mine I started getting... see, I got my certification in 2013. So probably 2012 is when I started getting mine and collecting all of mine. So mine are pretty old as well. I've just, whenever I refill, or most of the time when I refill, not every time, but I will change the nib. And the only reason I change the nib is because I want the color of ink to be true when I use it. Because if you'll notice, if you take a nib out, the true color will be on the inside, but then there's all the buildup on the nib. It's on the tip of the nib, and I don't like that. I like it to be as true as possible. So I tend to change mine out, and I am one of those weirdos that cleans the cap of her markers because I want a nice seal. Because put all that ink inside the which can't really tell right now because this one's pretty dirty, but they need to be cleaned and stuff. We usually clean them about, well, probably once a month on the ones that we've been using, or we clean them whenever we change the nibs in them. So mine are pretty dirty right now, but most of that is because we've been using Meadow's been using them, because if you look at the new website, it has the colored images on there for the stamps, and Meadow has colored every single stamp set that we have produced. So they have been seriously used in the last month or so, like more than normal, way more than normal. I cannot color a balloon tonight to save my life. I don't know what my deal is. Do you guys do that every once in a while? It's like you're coloring really good, and then all of a sudden you're just like, what? Nope, I can't color. There we go. Just softening this up a little bit.
Vicky says yes.
Oh, thank God it's not just me, because I do that it's like I'll be coloring really good, like really, really good, and then all of a sudden just bam, out of nowhere. Nope, you can't color. It's like you just learned how to color or something. Let's see. Ooh, I should do his little thing in green, and I'll do a blue balloon too. I kind of wonder sometimes if it's not just the colors that I'm using, like maybe I'm just not doing good that day. Here we go. Let's see.
Megan said I'm still working on getting to the really good.
I still feel like I'm still trying to get to the really good, but I think everybody has their own style. So I think everybody colors really good in their own style. I'm kind of weird like that. Because some people just get more practice than other. Like Meadow has had a ton of practice lately. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm thinking a green, like an electric green scarf. Oh, there's always something to learn. I mean, I've been coloring with Copics for over 10 years. And Meadow has just taught me how to do the no line technique. So, I mean, that right there is definitely, something new to learn. Here we go. I'm going to use YG00, YG01, and YG03. I'm going to use that on his scarf and one of the balloons. And I still need to fix his face. That's funny. I used to tell that to my son when he'd give me a dirty look. Be like, fix your face. But he doesn't do that anymore. Meadow. Meadow's like, it's because Mama fixed his face. Ooh, I like this little pig. I do, though. I need to fix his face. It's bothering me. Like, seriously bothering me. So, just going to go in with some R12. See, it was his face, and it was his face that was bothering me.
Jana says, love those pigs.
I love these pigs. Now, these pigs won't be available, though. Jana, you won't get to play with them, with the team, until for at least 6 months to a year. Because these piggies are going to party. Let's see, where is the 00? Here it is. I'm wondering if it's just because I went too far away from the black line. I think that's what it is. Another reason to embrace Meadow's no line technique. Meadow, aren't you coloring the pigs in your no line technique for the camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. I love that Meadow is teaching along with me now. Okay. Oh, I didn't do green for the balloon, and I said I was going to. So just go in here with some YG01. And some YG00. And some YG03. Yep, YG01. Just to smooth it out a little bit. Now what color? What color? What color? What color? We have hot pink, but I don't really do hot pink too much. That's a meadow thing. So I'm thinking that balloon should be yellow, even though I don't really like yellow that much either. I'm more of a blue and green kind of person. I love blues and greens, the color of the sky and the color of the grass. Those are my colors. So let's see. I'm going to try, maybe my problem is that I'm not going light first. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the yellow with the Y11. Thank you, Dawn. And then I'm going to go with, whoops, this side, Y17. And some Y15. Yep, I think that was my problem. See, I think that whole month of being sick just really messed me up because, like, I can't remember to color or something. There we go. See, and this is why I'm heavy-handed, because I keep going back and I'm like, oh, but I don't like that. That it can look better. Here, let's go again. Let's put another layer of ink on there. We have been going, now that I'm feeling better, we have been doing every Sunday. Meadow and I rotate. So like next Sunday at 4, you'll get Meadow. But we've been trying our best to do every Sunday at 4 p.m. You know what? I've never used my RV14. I'm going to use it. There we go. Just put a little bit in the heart. Ooh, maybe I'll use it for cake frosting. There we go. I've never used that marker. Not once. Not ever.
Yes, 4 Eastern?
Yes, 4 o'clock Eastern. We usually put like a little banner up so that way it can notify you if you want. Kind of like a Post-it. So what kind of cake, Meadow? Vanilla cake? Chocolate cake? What kind of cake? What kind of cake we doing?
Chocolate.
Chocolate? How did I know with you it's chocolate? It's always chocolate.
Not cake, I like no.
Let's see. There we go. So that was R35 for the little flame. And then Y15. I mean, that's really not much of a flame, so I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll do little stripes. I think that's going to be the easiest thing for this little candle. Just put some little teeny weeny little stripes. Let's see. Meadow, have you decided what you're going to do next week? What you're going to color? No. Well, you better decide fast, girl. I thought you wanted to color the little girl or do you want to do one of the new release things?
I can do the new release things.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll use C1 just to make the little plate silver. There's not much room in there, so I'm just going to use one marker. I don't use a whole lot of markers whenever I don't have a whole lot of room. And then I'm going to use E30 for the little cake. And then I'm going to take E33 and just, I'm like making little teeny tiny dots, like just tiny dots in there, just to give it a little bit of texture, even though they're starting to blend together a little bit. And then because Meadow wanted chocolate cake, I'm going to use some E27 just sparingly. Meadow, do you have E25 in here? It does not look like it. Or actually, E23 would be better. Where? I could have swore I had. Oh, nope, it's actually put away. Here we go. I like to use the lighter colors just as a little background because then it looks kind of like sponge. There's your little chocolate cake, Meadow. And then since his scarf is brown, I'm going to go ahead and do his scarf as brown, which was the E43 and the E41. And then besides the white little highlights, we're about done. Just in time to make dinner. Here we go, E41. What are we having for dinner, Meadow?
Some kind of chicken.
Oh, we were supposed to make chicken parm. There we go. And then let's see. This is a 7. And we'll just put some little shine lines. Can't tell if that's working. Yes, it is. Okay. And little sparkles, which I might do.
Megan says, perfect timing. I just finished making dinner. These piggies are adorable. Thanks for sharing.
Of course.
Vicky D asked, do you use expressive paper?
No, I do not. I actually do not do very well with expressive paper. I use Nina paper because I am very heavy-handed. So I need something with a little bit that's a little bit more porous and not so smooth. And Hammermill and expressive paper are extremely smooth.
80 or 100?
It depends. If I'm using a digital stamp, I use 80. If I'm using just a regular stamp, I use 110. So it just really kind of depends on what I'm doing. I do like 110 better though. I will say that.
She said thank you.
You're welcome. It would not be a party without some sparkles. Gotta have the sparkles. Okay. Let's see. Is Dawn still here or did Dawn leave?
I think she's still here.
Dawn, did your piggy, did their little skin sparkle in the light or shine in the light? I don't like doing like sparkles and shines and things like that on things that aren't supposed to shine. And I know we had a full-size pig when I was little. When I was younger, I was in high school. And he was 300 pounds. And so he would sparkle in the sunlight, especially if he was wet.
She said yes, she was black and white, but had a shine.
Ha! Mine was Maynard was brown and white. But his hair was a little bit thin, so he would always his skin would sparkle. Especially if he got wet. He was so funny. Pigs are so smart too. Maynard knew how to I would taught him how to play soccer.
She said yes with two exclamation points.
There we go. We also had a pig. We named her Melly because she was black and orange striped, but she was striped long ways like a watermelon. And that girl, I think she might have been a little touched or something because we had electric wire around one part of the fence that had got knocked down. And man, she would go right underneath that electric wire and she would just keep going and the sparks would be flying off of her back and she'd just run under it like it was nothing, but it was like, oh look here, let's go faster. If we go real fast, maybe it won't hurt so much. She would just go and just sparks would fly. She's a crazy pig.
Dawn said we had to put baby locks on all the bottom cabinets in the kitchen.
Oh, that's hysterical. Let's see. Oh, thank you very much, Pod Popper. Okay, I think we're done. Whoops. There we go. I can't wait to get them on a card and show everybody. I'm excited. Especially since I don't know, let's check it out. Let's see if I was able to match the paper with this blue and this orange. So you guys tell me what you think. There's the light's kind of bright. Sorry about that. But there's the orange. What do you think? What do you think? And then
Well done with heart eyes.
And then here's the blue, but it looks like when I made the paper, I may have messed up and put like a couple of different blues in here. I might not have matched them really well. See, and then here's the blue. I don't think I did too bad. Because I was actually trying to match like against the star. I think I did better with the star. But I am not very good at matching paper. That's why I never do it. And then I end up I'm like, nope, I don't want this paper. I want this other paper. And then there's the green. Oh, I did a good job with the green. There we go. Looks like green is my color. Mac and cheese. That was really close. Okay. So I will see everybody. Well, I won't see you. I'll be here, but I won't see you. Meadow will see you, and she'll probably be doing some no line coloring. And you said you might do something from the new release, Meadow? Maybe. Well, we will go ahead and we will list what she's going to use. She might use something different. She hasn't decided. Let me see your pigs. Let me see your pigs. She doesn't like it when I show her stuff off. Here's what Meadow was doing while I was coloring. Those are the colors that she used. And her no line is amazing. Yes, please join us next week. Meadow will be coloring. And she'll more than likely be doing no line, so you'll get to see how she does it. I'm telling you, I've taken classes before on how to do no line, and I did not like how I did it. But I've been watching Meadow for the last few months now of her doing it. How long have you been doing it this way, Meadow? We figured it out the other day. What was it?
April.
Yeah, she didn't start doing no line until April. And so this is how far she's come since April. And I just think it's wonderful. So, yes, she will be coloring next week. Nice to meet everybody who's new. I hope we get to see you next week. Watch the channel. We'll have some more videos coming out this week during the week, probably pre-recorded stuff, but we'll have some more stuff. So we will see you guys later. Have a good night. Hope everybody has a good dinner and rest well. Bye, everybody.